Hello and welcome to a new video. I'm Lou from Tarot Parlor, and today I would love to show you one of my favorite decks. I was actually preparing this video right now, putting it all together, and I realized how much I love this deck. I haven't been using it the last few weeks. Anyway, one of my favorite decks, it is called the Victorian Fairy Tarot, and well, it is very much that. It has fairies all over, so if you love fairies, you're gonna love this one. Before I jump right in, please make sure to like and subscribe if you like those videos. If you want more of them, I'm just starting this thing up, so just trying to figure it out, trying to know what you guys want to see. I'm gonna do more tutorials as well and just show you decks, so you can decide if you want to buy them, if you like them, and you can ask me questions. I don't know, we'll figure it out, but your support means a lot, so thank you so much. So the Victorian Fairy Tarot. I was a bit surprised myself at how much I fell in love with it. I'm not into fairies. It's not my jam, If you love them already, then yeah, don't even think twice. Get it. It's, first of all, it's a very, very beautiful deck. So the way it is drawn is just so beautiful. You can see, they've put love and time into it. But also it's just really well thought through. You can see that they've done the research. You can see that they know what they're talking about. It comes with a little booklet that I don't have here, but the companion book is just really, really good because it basically tells you the story behind each card. So it's very faithful to the traditional tarot that we know in terms of meaning and symbolism, but there's lots of little tweaks and other ways to look at things. And for each card, you get a little bit of a background story, like what just happened to that fairy and why they are the way they are and why do they feel that way. And you can really relate to that. And it just gives an extra layer to your readings, especially if you are a beginner or an intermediate kind of reader, and you're still figuring it out. It's beautiful because you can really just tell a story with those cards, which is a nice exercise as well. So, and it starts with this guy, this is actually the only human that you can see in this deck. The fairies are all around him. You can see the actual fairies are the little guys. This is the only human. It's you, it's me, it's us as we enter this enchanted forest, where the fairies live. And then we only have fairies. You can tell the difference because he doesn't have wings. Then all of the other characters have wings. Yeah, so just gonna go through some cards. So I'm having a little problem with my camera here. This is the Wheel of Fortune, which is replaced by the Wheel of Time, which I love, and it really also tells you a lot about the deck already because, and you can see that here, the minor arcana is only made of seasons. So you don't have cups, you don't have wands, you don't have swords, but you have spring, summer, autumn, and winter instead, which is great. And you already see elements of that in the major arcana. This is one great example of that, but there is more, you can see that. Just really going through some cards here, and I'll go into more details. You can see that some of them are very classic, and some of them, you're gonna need a second to be like, wait a second, which one is that? Look at this hangman, hang fairy. So beautiful, makes so much sense. Oh, also one thing that you might appreciate is that every plant on each card has its own meaning and symbolism. They've actually, so for instance, the the hanging fairy, the hangman, on his head, kind of hallucinating, obviously, has poppies in the background. Makes so much sense. And that is true for all the cards. So you can even have fun looking into that. The tower is actually a burning oak. I really love how poetic that is, where all the fairies have to flee their home and everything is collapsing. So it's very aligned with the original meaning, you know, but it's also very original on its own. See, there is no sun. Sorry, there is a sun. There is no judgment. Judgment is actually replaced by an awakening, which is a very, very interesting. I think I could do a whole video just on that, but I won't right now. Temperance, here you go. The Worlds, very interesting view. See more about the seasons. You can already see here, you have the winter, you have the summer, you have autumn, springtime on the Magician card, and it goes on and on and on and on. And so let's actually have a look at the minor cards, because they're very interesting. So it starts with the suit of spring, which replaces the winds. Same energy, same elements, very, very, it just works so well. And you actually have the same, in this case, you actually have wood on it, which is very smart. For each card, you actually have a herald. For each card, no, for each suit, I'm sorry. You actually have a herald, which is the messenger. It's a very useful card. And then just a beautiful illustration that tells a full story for each card. You know, you can just dive really deep, and as I said, you can really work on telling stories with this deck, you know. Look at how much is going on every card. You know, there's just so much happening. Some of my favorite cards in this deck are in the suit of Winter, which is the suit of Swords. I'm just gonna go through some of them. Like, look at this, the Nine of Winter, which is the Nine of Swords. Sorry, we had a storm outside and now the light is just super bright, so trying to not have a reflection on it. What happened here, for instance, is this fairy wakes up in the middle of the night after a nightmare and is absolutely terrified, and you have those, I don't know if they're like, I don't know what animals they are, but they're terrifying to her, you know. But the truth is, they are outside. She is perfectly safe. The only place where she's not safe is in her head. Welcome to the suit of Swords. I really love, you know, how deep they go with little stories like that, and really just stay faithful to the meaning of the original cards. It's just very, very creative. It's a great way to do that. The Knight of Winter. He's crazy, you can stop him. I love that, because I do not, that's personal, I do not care much for the Knight of Swords. In the Marseille tradition, we don't really like him. He's very dangerous. The Queen of Swords is also so beautiful. I love the look on her face. It just says everything you need to know about the Queen of Swords. She knows everything. She has no time for bullshit. She's just, you know, she's the boss. She's also been through a lot. Yeah, and it just goes on and on and on like that. It's beautiful. Here we have the suit of Autumn, which is for Pentacles. It's all about the harvest, all of these warm colors, you know, end of summer kind of thing. Lots of apples, lots and lots of apples. It's very, I don't know, it's just very generous, abundant. You know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And of course, the suit of Summer for our cups. The element of water on the Ace of Summer, the Ace of Cups. Again, very smart. Attention to detail. That's why we love this deck. Look at this Five of Summer, which is a Five of Cups. You know, this is such an amazing way to represent this card, you know. And it goes on, Four of Summer, boredom, you know, not focusing on the right things, blah, blah, blah. It's all of it. It's just so spot on. So all in all, you know, it also makes for wonderful readings, really, really amazing readings. I love reading for clients with this one. I love reading for myself. You can really also just focus on coaching and psychology readings with this. You don't even have to come up with prediction. I mean, they will be in the cards, but you don't even have to focus on that. You can just really use it to understand yourself, to understand where you stand, where you're going, what you actually currently processing, you know, because of what you just been through, all of these things, you know, how you can make it through, how you can make it work for you. It's just a beautiful deck to understand where you stand and, you know, how to heal, how to improve. So you can basically coach yourself with this deck if you know how. So I highly recommend it. You should buy it, you should get it, you should add it to your collection. It is the Victorian Fairy Tarot, and if you're using it, if you know it, if you have an opinion, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. And once again, if you like this video, if it was helpful in any way, please like it, share it. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day.